Hey guys, I've got a few viewers asking me to do this on the sheep and the goats. So many people take this out of context. I want to explain something here. Jesus came but for the lost sheep of Israel the first time, offering the kingdom to Israel, but they rejected him as king. Now, this whole area of Matthew 25, 24, all of that is about his second coming and about Israel during the tribulation. Okay, this is all about them. This is not the body of Christ. All right, it still is important for us to understand it, but you don't apply. Sometimes they say the mail's not to you. It's good to understand it. But what Jesus is talking about here is nations. He's going to separate the nations, goat nations from sheep nations. And then he goes on to explain that what you've done to the Jewish people, it's how the nations treated the people of the Jews, that when you did that to them or for them, you did it to or for Jesus, you see? So let me read this to you in context. Remember, that whole section is about the time of Jacob's trouble. Jacob is Israel, okay? You've got to remember that a lot of what Jesus said is applicable when rightly divided to the church. But the mystery of the cross wasn't overtly revealed until after his resurrection. Remember, it says that a New Testament, a new covenant can't be made until the testator dies. So that old covenant isn't done away with till that testator dies. And he did die. He was buried and rose again. And we have a new covenant. But this is not even to the body of Christ. All right? Now let me read this to you in Matthew 25:31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. That is his second coming as king, sitting in the New Jerusalem on earth in the millennial kingdom. Okay? This is about the end of the age. All right, that's what the disciples are asking him about. If you go before it, it talks about the parable of the virgins, the foolish virgins, the parable of the talent, and this is all in reference to Israel. We should not be taking these foolish virgin verses and all of this and making it to the body of Christ. All right, this is about how the kingdom works. He's speaking to Israel, about Israel. And in this context, it's about the end of the age, time of Jacob's trouble, the great 7-year tribulation, prophesied by Daniel and so many others. Now, so we know that that's what it's talking about. It says, because the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, and then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. Now here, this is important. And before him shall be gathered all nations. Okay? And he shall separate them, the nations, one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. Is this saying saved people are going to be divided and the ones that don't live good enough are over here on my left-hand side and over here on my right? No, that's not what it's saying at all. Okay? We've got to see the Bible in context and rightly divide the word of truth, or we wrest scriptures to our own destruction. Okay, and he shall set the sheep what? Nations, on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. And yes, the body of Christ does inherit the kingdom, but that's not who he's talking to here. All right? And now we're going to continue, and this is how you know, because first of all, we know it's the nations, the goat nations. All right? For I was hungered, and you gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee a hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we see you sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, you've done it to me. This is about nations and how they treat the Jewish people. All right? That's what this is about. This is about how we're treating Israel. Okay? So with that in context, you can't read it any other way. It tells you clearly it's the nations. I will tell them, the nations. Okay, he's saying, however those nations treated the Jewish people, they've done it to Jesus. Okay, so I hope I answered that for you guys. All right, God bless.